Hey, One Tamriel. This is Duke from Tamriel, aka Red Engine from NoPax PvP and the Blackwater Blade campaign. Got a new build for you here right now. It's called the Ehlnofey Wanderer, or the Giant's Bones. It's a Sorc build. Um, my armor's a little bit out, but my Magicka is usually around 28k. My health My health is at 20k and my stamina is at 13k. My spell damage is sitting at 2700. Spell critical 32%. My spell resist is 24k with my physical resist at 21k, almost 22. I'm running the boon, the Mundus Stone, the Apprentice for extra spell damage, and I've got major prophecy, and major sorcery buffs as well, and I'm about to tell you why. Um, First off, let's go to skills. My skill loadout. On my front bar, I've got Force Pulse, um, Shock Clench. I chose this one over the distance. It does more AoE damage. Crystal Frags, of course. You can't have Sorc without crystal frags. At least a Magicka Sorc, anyways. Mage's Wrath for that execution, of course, and Radiant Mage Light for that extra crit and that big reveal. It helps when you're fighting the endless supply of Night Blades, and you don't take that fucking stun damage, which is just crap. I've also got Suppression Field on as the ult. For this, I recommend also Ice Comet or Meteor of any morph, really. My back bar, which is Resto, I took Blessing and Protection. I'm gonna morph it to Combat Prayer because I love that extra damage, you know. Haunting Curse. This is one of my floating slots. Sometimes I'll put Proxy Dead in here. I got Crystal Frags on second bar as well. Just so that it's always there to be procced. You know, Caltrops, of course. Got to have the Caltrops on there because when you're defending a keep, taking a keep, how it's good in every situation, really. To use up some of that stam that I barely use, honestly. Rapid Maneuvers. It's another one of my floating slots. Occasionally, I'll put in. Here's it. Sometimes Dark Exchange, and sometimes the Summon Volatile Familiar. And here I have Power Overload. I'm not exactly sure what I got on there. I forget, but yeah, some skills that don't really work in here. But this is what I normally run in here. I just hadn't put this on yet. This is for the AoE once again, and movement speed. Crystal Frags, because all this stuff procs frags, so that's why I got it on every bar. And of course the execute, and my familiars on here. I'll tend to switch from the. I tend to switch from the healing into this ult, because it's usually when I use this ult is when one or two, three, four enemies are chasing me, and I'm running around walls, healing, dropping shit to slow them down, you know, and get away faster. And when I get far enough away, I pop this baby off, and bam, 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 5k, 6k, whatever, you know. That's my skill loadout. Um, for food, I'm using Witchmothers, which pops up my max Magicka and my max health, as long as my my Magicka recovery. Outside of PvP world, they're pretty freaking decent, and they're just as decent in PvP, as I tend to kick a lot of Heine. My main potion that I use is this one here. It's got major sorcery, major prophecy, and a Magicka thing. I don't really use knockback potions or anything like that, because I quick enough to switch around and get my lightning surge up and all that, lightning form. And then just some regular potions that, these ones are kind of bunk right now. Gear wise, I am using 2 sets, the Wyrd Tree and Rattlecage, all heavy. The reason it's gold is because I use this Wyrd Tree set a lot. Since it became available to me on a regular basis, and since One Tamriel I've been using this basically, and gives me magic recovery, spell damage, magic recovery, and when you cast a Magicka ability, you remove up to 5 negative effects from yourself. This can occur once every 15 seconds. It's like being an old Nightblade, but because I'm not a Nightblade, it's kind of sort of like a gimpy Nightblade ability with that purge of theirs, and it works on siege. So this is a combat build, obviously. And then Rattlecage, this is all 29, 30, level 30 stuff. But my Rattlecage has got max health, spell damage, gives me major sorcery at all times, and that's why I got the major sorcery as one of my buffs, and some more spell damage. And it's the skill Radiant Light that gives me the major prophecy. Oh, I think those my potions might be useless. Well, anyways, get some appropriate potions, and forgo the ones I got. But I got a 5-piece ring of the Wyrd Tree, ring, chest, shoulder, pants. Rattlecage's helm, glove, sabatons, girdle, and neck. Obviously, I recommend impen for all this, or infused. I just haven't got all impen and infused yet, so that's that. Weapons, I just threw on these Wyrd Trees that I just happened to get. I got sharpened, which is pretty good, on my front bar, and precise on the back bar. Anyways, guys, that's the Ehlnofey Wanderer build. Hope you enjoy. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell for notifications. I also got a Twitter account. It's Duke from Tamriel at Duke from Canada. My YouTube handle is Duke from Tamriel. My in-game name is user thing is Red Engine.